everybody, it is Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a little bit of a different build. I'm doing this kind of garden-esque farmhouse, I suppose. I don't even know why I was inspired to do this. I just really wanted to do a house that was like very garden inspired and had, you know, like lots of trees and like a gardener's dream home kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. And I really like the way this turned out. I just think it's like cute and like fairy tale inspired. That's kind of why I called it like Fabled Farmhouse. Because I was thinking like fables as in like fairy tale fables, not, well actually I don't even know what fabled could mean other than that. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted it to just be this kind of like cute farmhouse with heaps of gardens and all that kind of stuff. So most of the speed builds really actually doing the exterior because that was sort of the main focus of this house. The house itself is relatively small. I think it's got 3 bedrooms inside, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 3 bedrooms and then just kind of like, you know, like a dining, living, kitchen, and then the 3 bedrooms upstairs. So like nothing huge or anything, just like a cute little kind of home. I chose to go like the orange and white kind of theme. I think that looks really cute coupled with like lots of plants and gardens and stuff. This is also in Brindleton Bay, one of the more like excluded lots at the back. I kind of just, yeah, imagine this would be like an excluded lot in Brindleton Bay. And actually for this house, I furnished it for, or like in mind, what am I saying? I had a family in mind when I furnished it, and that was actually like a single mum and 2 daughters. That's just kind of, I don't even know why, just as I started furnishing it, that's what I kind of ended up having in mind. So it is a very like stereotypically girly feminine kind of home, both inside and outside actually, I think. Yeah, and there's just like a lot of landscaping in this particular build, so just like a big heads up for that. So yeah, at the moment we're really just doing windows and all that kind of stuff. There are a few like cuts and stuff because while I wanted to include a lot of the landscaping, I didn't want to include like 110% every single little thing because I thought it might get a little bit too repetitive at that point. So there are just a few little jump cuts to different parts. So this is kind of like the front of the house, and I wanted it to kind of look like you just kind of come up from, you know, like nowhere to this like house. So I add those like little paver things in there. One thing I do have like a gripe with Brindleton Bay is that the terrain doesn't match any of the terrain paints, so it's really hard to kind of use any terrain paint because it just doesn't match. But that's why I use like the kind of footstep cobblestone things that I've used there instead. I also went for pretty plain colours as far as the flowers and landscaping goes, so I did a lot of white and then mixed in a little bit of blue and yellow. And I'm kind of thinking like back in The Sims 3 Supernatural when there were fairies. If there were fairies in The Sims 4, I feel like a fairy would live in this house. It just, I don't know, I wanted it to be just really pretty and girly and fairy-like and all that kind of stuff. And I do think that that's how it ended up, really nicely like that. And I think also that suits it being like a little bit excluded as well. Like maybe, you know, a supernatural person lived here. That's actually one thing I really do miss about Supernatural is I've never really been into like playing with vampires or any of that stuff, but I do really miss fairies, and I kind of miss like witches and wizards just because you can have like a pretty normal gameplay, but then, you know, you still have like witches and wizards and stuff. I'm not super into, you know, like vampires and zombies and werewolves and all that kind of stuff, but definitely fairies and witches and wizards are something that I really miss. So just another little jump cut. This is now into the backyard, and I wanted to put like a little pond in, so I decided to kind of like make my own, and I made it like a really weird shape, and then I just lined it with like plants and rocks and stuff so that it didn't look so like jagged. And now I feel like it kind of looks like a normal pond shape when you just put like the plants and everything around it. I was nearly thinking if you go into the debug menu, you can actually get like one of the ponds that comes with the like the, you know, like the parks, and there's like the fishing pond. You can get one of those ponds through the buy debug catalogue, and I nearly did that, but I was like, nah, let's just go for like a decorative pond. So I put in like the few little like fish sculptures and a few little fountains, and I think it's like a really cute little area. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'd like to have that little pond in my garden. So yeah, here we are just doing like more of the landscaping, and I also put like the vines going up the house a little bit because I wanted it to look like really well grown, like the house had been here for a while. It's kind of like a little cottage style home as well, I guess. I called it a farmhouse, but it is probably in reality more of a cottage, but you know, whatever. I actually did end up having a little bit of trouble with the backyard because to the side of the house we're doing now, it was fine, and I was able to put in like lots of flowers and plants, and I feel like it worked really well. But to the other side, there was just like a lot of open space, and I ended up having a little bit of trouble with it. So there are probably going to be a few things that weren't necessarily filmed just because it took me so long to figure out what to put there. And I'm also having that annoying fence glitch where I don't even know what causes it, but like if you try and put like another fence down or whatever, it just like deletes the fence that was already there. It's like super duper annoying. But what I do end up putting in this big space is like a little covered eating area. And I like tried a few different ways of doing it. And I'm pretty sure I ended up doing it off camera in the end. I tried putting down like one of the like those canopy things that came in the Jungle Adventures, but it was like too big, and then when I sized it down it was too small. I ended up just building my own canopy using a roof and, what are they called? Like the columns. But as I said, I'm pretty sure it didn't end up being filmed. So this little canopy area here doesn't stay as it is. And I'm pretty sure I do end up keeping that little like fireplace. I think it looks like such an outdoor fireplace, and I just thought it'd be a really cute little like entertaining area. And then yeah, you've got like a little nice outdoor fireplace, roast some marshmallows or something like that. We actually have one of those in our backyard, one of the outdoor fireplaces, so I really like the look of it, and I just thought it'd be like a really cute little addition. Yeah, so I'm sort of nearing the end of the exterior landscaping, but as I said, this area does change a little bit, so make sure you wait around for like screenshots because that has like the final picture, and I do like how it ended up a lot better than what it looks like now. But yeah, now we're going into the house, and yeah, as I said, it's pretty small inside. I kind of did this like little kitchen area here, and I really like the way it turned out. So I put in some bar stools as well, so it's like a pretty big kitchen area actually, and I use my favorite Parenthood counters. So there is to the right you can see like there's one little living area, and then to the left is the dining area, and then the kitchen, and then there's like a second living area coming off the kitchen. I was having some trouble with the clutter in this kitchen as well. I have no idea why. I'm usually feel like kitchens for me usually come together really well, but just in that corner there, I was having heaps of trouble deciding what to put down, and I can't remember if I end up fixing that off camera a little bit as well, but I just couldn't get it to look the way I wanted it to look. And like looking back at it now, I'm like, well, that looks fine, but at the time I was like, no, it looks bad, and I just could not figure it out. So it's a little bit struggle town there for just a little bit, but in the end I really like the way this house turned out. Sometimes I think you just have to like step away a little bit and do some things off camera. So yeah, I also put that, like, I don't even know what it is. It's like a little plant terrarium thing. I put that above the window, and I think it looks really cute. Just like some little succulents in there or something. I don't even know. Yeah, as you can tell, still having like a whole heap of trouble with that stupid corner. I think I end up just putting like a plant. I'm sure I put a plant there in the end, but I can't quite remember. I have a feeling I just give up and like, yeah, whatever. Figure it out later. And we just move on to like a different room. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, here we go. Yes, this is what I end up with. Sorry, I couldn't exactly remember. I've done a lot of building lately, so they're kind of like meshing together just a little bit. But there we go. Okay, going into the dining area now. As you probably have already been able to tell, this is like more of a rustic kind of house. So a lot of cats and dogs and Parenthood and Laundry Day kind of furniture in this one. And of course on a house with like such a lovely garden, there's going to be a pet. So I put a little pet bowl in there. I really like this dining room. I found this one came together really easily. I think it's because there's like lots of windows and stuff, so it wasn't like I had to decide what to, you know, like, oh, what do I put in this dining room? Because I struggle a lot with dining rooms. So I really only had to worry about like one empty wall, and I put that, like, what is that called? That, like the hutch kind of thing, put that there. I kind of forgot to add clutter to the hutch, so it's a little bit bare looking, my bad, but it's because I sized it down, and then it becomes like a nightmare having to like clutter it and furnish it. Yeah, so anyway, this is like the front sort of sitting area. This one doesn't have a TV in it. This is kind of just, I imagine, I don't know, like a reading room, or just like a little room for like relaxation, or, you know, like sitting there and having a coffee, or I don't know. In reality, I feel like no one would have a sitting room. Or actually, do you know what? Maybe they would, but more like a sunroom. So I guess there are a lot of windows in this room. It's kind of like a sitting room, sunroom kind of deal going on there. I don't know. But I put curtains on all the windows, and I like the way the curtains turned out. I think that they all like fit really nicely, which was good, because it's really hard sometimes to get the right curtains in The Sims, but these ones like seem to come together really well. And I do keep it as this kind of like neutral colours in here, which I really like. I was considering doing some like brighter colours, but I think it looked better just the way that it is. Just nice and plain. So yeah, you can also get into the backyard if you go through those double doors there. So I just think it's like a nice little, yeah, just like a cozy little sitting room. Now this here is the lounge room, and I really wanted the TV to kind of be built in to that fireplace a little bit. So you can see a little bit of the mirror poking behind, just a little bit, but for the most part, I think that it looks like a built-in TV. So if you don't like it like that, you can easily just like change up the fireplace or something. But yeah, this would be probably like the main living room, because it would have the TV and, you know, the I can't remember if I put a gaming unit in here or not, but yeah, as I said, this would be like the main TV kind of living area. And it was at this point that I decided this would be like a single mum and 2 daughters that lived in this house. So it stays like really feminine and kind of like rustic looking. I do think that this has a feminine touch to it, but obviously boys could live in this house, you know, how it is. Yeah, I feel like I need to stop saying that, because I say it like every build. Like, let's just universally put it out there. Boys can like pink, girls can like blue, boys can have like stereotypical feminine homes, and vice versa. So anyway, I nearly made a family for this house, and I think that I might actually put this in my current save and make a family for it and like intertwine it into the storyline or something, because I just really like the house, and the Sims I had in mind for this house were really cute. I know that sounds so random, but anyway, whatever. So I'm just furnishing the bathroom here, and that's the only bathroom I furnish on camera, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, coming upstairs now to the bedrooms, and they're all like pretty nice and like kind of rustic looking. So I'm pretty sure that this is like the mum's bedroom, and I kind of went for a different swatch on the bed to what I'd usually do. I really like this like 4-poster bed, but I went for kind of like the orange colors that are in the bedspread and tried to like bring those out through the room. Those lamps that came with the seasons pack, I feel like they're so good. I love them. I use them all the time. They're like come in so handy. So I used them in this build a little bit. I'm really sad that those cats and dogs curtains are only for like really high wall heights. Kind of a bit of a bummer, but whatever. I just used the trusty old ones from Vintage Glamour. And I'm also bringing in some like blue into the room now as well. And I just like the colours of this room. I think it's really different to what I usually do, and I really like it. I've mentioned this before, but I like kind of going all out in bedrooms and stuff, because I feel like the bedroom can not match the rest of the house and it still works. So I'm just doing like a little makeshift makeup table there, instead of like the ones that come with Vintage Glamour, just doing like a DIY make your own kind of one. And just trying to find a dresser that matches the swatches. So I had to use that one from, I think it's like one of the kid hangout packs, but then I found that one there from the seasons pack. So it still really bothers me that the swatches don't always match. I'm going to bitch about this so much, but you know, whatever. I feel like I should like recolor every item in The Sims so that there's like 6 or 7 just like universal colors, but it'd be so much hard work and I actually don't even know how to do it. So if someone wants to do it though, like I think I'd pay you for it. So yeah, just cluttering up that little area there, and I know I've said it before, but I really do like the colors that I brought into this room, like oranges and creams and blues, and I don't know, like even though the colors are all different, I feel like they work really well together. So then this is a teenage girl's bedroom, and I was going for a sim that really liked books and reading, so I put one of the bay window chairs in and like a few extra lounges and try and make it look like really cozy and like, yeah, I don't know, like bookish. Is bookworm? I feel like bookworm's a trait. I'm sure it is. But yeah, I really like the way this room turned out, and it went like the blue and brown kind of color scheme. So I was just having a bit of trouble trying to find the bay window chair that would match, and I ended up going with that one. And yeah, I think it ended up really cute. And I didn't put like a full-size dresser in this room. I just put that like little small one in with like a mirror and everything, but I still think that it works out nicely. And I put that like little what is it, like the pet mat there, because I just kind of thought that this sim would be here and they'd have like their pet and they'd just like all rug up together and she'd sit on the bay window reading a book and the little pet would curl up on the pet bed. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like I should be some kind of like actual interior decorator because I put so much thought into these things. And yeah, I don't know, I just like want to like decorate other people's homes as well. So I ended up doing like a lot of those little like lantern things there. I thought that it looked really cute and rustic, and I don't know, I just thought like it looked really sweet there. So I do end up putting a bookshelf in, I'm pretty sure, but I had to go with like a small one. Oh, maybe I don't. I can't remember now if I put the bookshelf in this room or if I put the bookshelf in the hallway. Nope, I put the bookshelf in this room along with some cat stuff, and I'm pretty sure there should be another bookshelf in the hallway at some point. This is the kids' room, and I really wanted to use that bed from the Seasons pack. I haven't used it yet, so I just shoved that in there and then tried to go about making the furniture match the bed. So I end up going with like just like pretty pinky bluey shades and everything. So this is like a young girl's bedroom, and I think it is so cute and adorable. I just love all the different like colours that I went with. And I also used that really cute painting from the Seasons pack as well. I really like that painting, but I haven't really been able to use it yet. I find that like it's kind of hard to use. Like it doesn't seem to match with a lot of things, but I think that it worked out really well in this bedroom. So I was happy that I could use it. I don't really know what the hobbies for this child would be. I just kind of made it like a girly little bedroom, but I didn't really have hobbies or anything in mind. So it's like a little bit of everything. I put like the fish tank in there and some candles and stuff like that. But you could obviously add like whatever hobby items you wanted to into this room. I can't remember if I put a computer in or not. I think I put the bookshelf but no computer. And I put that little chair from the movie Hangout, and I was able to use like a lot of furniture in this room that I haven't ever used before, and I really like this room. It is so cute and just pastel-y, and like child Jess would love this room actually. Like I would love it. I think it is so adorable. And after this room, oh, I didn't realize this. Okay, I furnished both bathrooms on camera. I apologize. I said that I only did one, but I must have done both of them. It's just because I don't usually furnish both bathrooms on camera. I usually only ever do one because I feel like it can be a little bit repetitive. But I really like the colors in these bathrooms. So like the cream and green, I think that it works really cute together. So there you go, you get 2 bathrooms in this build. And now we're about to just kind of furnish this little hallway area. So I really like all the balconies in this house as well. So like there's I think there's like 2-3 balconies and then like a wraparound porch, and I feel like it's a really cute little build. So we're about to go into screenshots, so I better go. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope to catch you all in another video. Bye everybody.